Welcome back. Tours are pretty common at Joint Base San Antonio Randolph, but a recent field trip to the Air Force Base was especially unique and memorable for both the students who stopped by and the airmen. Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Ko shows us more in this week's Mission Essay.
Back in the 1930s,
these history-filled hallways at Joint Base San Antonio Randolph,
the fighter pilots of the Air Force,
tell stories of those who paid for our freedom.
That person is no longer with us.
And paved the way for the airmen today.
You were shot down and you were taken prisoner.
All important lessons Mike Fletcher wanted to make sure students from the Academy at Morgan's Wonderland learned in this tour.
The tour taught me to respect the servicemen of the militaries.
Fletcher says organizing this tour was inspired by his daughter Taylor, who attends a school.
One day my daughter and I were out at Lackland and we were walking around the parade field, and she looked at me and she said, "Dad, I wish I could serve." And that really touched me, obviously, because we have a heritage of military. I started thinking, I wonder how many other kids feel that way.
There you go.
This is the first time these special education students have visited the base.
No touching buttons up there, okay, guys?
Given a behind-the-scenes access.
Which one makes it go up?
It was really amazing. I knew a lot of the history, but the idea of trying on the pilot's uniform and flying climbing into the cockpit of a plane was really entertaining.
These kids, they may never get another opportunity. These young people got to touch a dream. Maybe they want to fly, but they got to put their hands on it.
I won't let you fall, I promise.
As for the airmen who showed them around, this experience was just as meaningful.
Seeing them, just their eyes light up when they were talking about airplanes, and seeing them how they were interacting with us, and just the enjoyment that they had seeing what we get to do and take for granted every day was really awesome.
In Military City, USA, Sharon Ko, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.